Alright, so today we're going to be repairing a Galaxy S22 Ultra. I've already taken the back off. I know I should have filmed it, I should have waited. It's kind of in a hurry. So anyways, the back is off of it. We're just going to start from here. First we're going to take out the screws that holds this plate on. And then we'll move on to the rest. I don't know what's up with that little thing. We'll put that back on later. Get these screws out of here. And then we'll move on to unclipping a few things. First of all, we're going to get this off. We're going to unclip these right here. And we're going to pull this back, and it's just held on lightly at the bottom. Just want to slowly peel it away, just like that. Set that to the side, and then we're going to unhook a few cables, battery, screen, power buttons, cables to the main board or the daughter board. So we're going to go through and unclip everything that we can. And that goes to the screen as well. I believe that's the speaker or camera. No, it's a sensor. Alright, so now that we got those loose, I'll just go ahead and keep removing these screws. So, the customer states that he has a blank screen, and I confirmed that by holding the power and down volume button until the phone, reset itself. And you could hear it powering up, but you can't hear any sound. I mean, you can hear sounds afterwards, but you can't see anything. So it's going to need a screen replacement. And we can verify this by unplugging everything and plugging in the essential stuff that we need. Or we can just go ahead and plug everything back in real quick, and I'll show you. He's had problems out of this phone for a while now, he said. So everything's plugged in. We'll try to turn it on. And it does nothing. It does have power. I've had it charged. I just felt it vibrate. So it's attempting to turn on, but it just can't. I mean, it does turn on. It just, the screen. So that's why we're replacing the screen. I wanted to show you that real quick. I know it's the screen that's the issue. He stated that it's been dropped a few times. Luckily, nothing is busted. But to verify, what you would do is unplug everything, all these cables, just plug them back in, try to turn it back on. If that doesn't work, of course, you're going to have to move forward with the screen replacement, which is what we're doing today. But I already know it's the screen. Sometimes that does work, turn it back on, but not today. Alright, so once we got this out, we're going to remove the screws from the daughter board down here. No worries, all these screws are the same length, so you don't have to keep track of which screws go where like you do with iPhones and some others. I'm not just going to call Apple out, but they are the worst offender of that. First, we're going to take out this SIM card. That's what's holding that in. If something don't want to come out, don't force it. There's more than likely a very good reason why it doesn't want to come out. And that reason, simply the SIM card. You see how it pops right out right as soon as I remove it. So, if something doesn't want to come out, we'll work on that here in a minute. I don't think there's another screw in this board. Nope, no other screws, so it's safe to remove this board. If we can get up under it somewhere, right there. Make sure you pull all these back so they're not holding it down. Just wiggle it out, just like that. Easy. Alright, so we got a couple screws up here that we're going to need to remove. Again, no worries, they're the same size as the others. You don't have to keep track of them. And you just want to get up under the edge of it. If we can. There we go. That don't have anything under it. So this screen has been replaced before. I thought it was fairly easy to get that back off, because Samsung doesn't have Tiger Premium screens. As you can see right there. Let's see, what else do we need to remove? We need to remove this. That was easy. Alright. So we're going to bring in this other screen. And we're just going to start popping things in as we go. There's the new screen. And we're just going to go ahead and put this in there. It does have some sticky to it still. Pop that right down in there, just like that. Probably go ahead and just set that in there. Well, that's a tight fit. Is there a reason? Let's try to put it back in over here. Yeah, it's a tight fit there, so it's probably gotta go top first. That's the problem. We gotta go top first. Just like that. Easy. Once you know how to do it, and that's why I make these videos, so you can see me struggle and figure out the process, so you don't have to. We're gonna go ahead and just throw those screws back in it. Hopefully this screen works. It has not been tested yet. Of course, I don't have every single phone laying around to test these screens with. That would be a huge overhead. Alright, so it looks like that one's already got it, so we're not going to be putting that back on. We're going to go ahead and get this this pin out. And you know what? I didn't even realize this, but this is a different color. I just now realized that. So that does match the pin. I was going off the color of the back of the phone. That does match the pin. So he told me it was a burgundy, like a purple burgundy. I believe it's a burgundy color. And his battery has been out before. Look at this, y'all. I don't know who replaced this screen, but that is supposed to come off. Alright. Well, for now I'm going to leave this one in for testing purposes. I don't want to go ahead and just take that off and that battery gets stuck in there and the screen not work. Make sure everything is in there. It looks a little crooked. That's better. That's better. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, all right. We need this to come out. And it should wiggle right up just like that, and we'll just get this in real quick, and then we'll start putting everything back in. Look over the phone, make sure there's nothing else that needs to be swapped over. And of course, we got the buttons. Alright, so for right now, we're just going to throw that in over top of it. That way I can test it, make sure that it works. Put this bottom piece back in. We're just going to put one screw in it. That way it stays in place. Now we're going to throw this board back in. Imagine me just picking it up and throwing it in there. Alright, so we need you all to get out of the way. There. Alright, so we got cable, and a cable, and a cable. Don't want to press too hard. There it is. And a cable. Yep, you're free to leave. You can just go about whatever you want to do. Okay, the camera is in there. Now I know a lot of Samsung phones have some glue around the camera. Since it's been replaced, there was no glue, so I'm just going to leave it like that. It doesn't seem to wiggle around like the 23 Ultra. And the 23, all the 23s I know have little dabs of glue around that camera because they just don't stick. All we're going to do is put these ribbon cables back in. Again, you don't want to press too hard, but you do want to hear that click sound like that and that. Alright, let's just throw this back in real quick. Oh, that's the bottom. Well, we don't need that. We need the top. That's what I was trying to reach for. So we get that sensor working. And just for now, I'm going to throw in one of these screws to just kind of hold it in place. I'm going to sink this one. Alright. We're going to power it up. Turn it on. As soon as I can get this battery to get in its right place so that cable fits. Let me move it just a little bit more. Just like that. And we'll power it on real quick and see what it does. Power. Oh, there we go. Look at that. But powering on is not enough. We need to make sure that it actually works. So we're going to test it. We're not going to go into the phone. We're just going to test it by pressing the buttons. I don't like going into people's stuff. I've seen some things. We'll just put it that way. Well, we'll blur those people's faces out. Alright. So it seems to work. Let me just... Alright. I don't like to show people's faces. But everything seems to be working, so we're just gonna unplug it. And it's not too big of a hassle to go back in here. For now, we're just going to fold these back. All I'm trying to do is get to this battery. Now that I know it works, I can peel that off and put this battery in there the right way. Make sure it's in the right spot for this cable to reach properly. It's got a big connector for a little cable. Alright, so that's going to reach properly. Let's go ahead and plug it all back in. Hearing the clicks as we go. Click, 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 click. And a click for that power. So we're just going to go ahead and throw his SIM card back in the SIM tray here. Put that back in real quick so we don't have to keep track of that. Maybe. Yeah, look at that. Perfect match. Okay, so, you know, that's done. That was easy, right? Right? Just follow along with me. And you can get all these screws out yourself. Fix your own phones. I really enjoy doing this. For me, it's the satisfaction. Seeing the smiles on people's faces when they get their phones back. Especially kids when they get their tablets back. They're just so excited. Because, you know, I played a lot of games. I don't play as much anymore. But when I was younger, if my PlayStation, because we didn't have tablets and phones back then, if my PlayStation or Atari had broken and had to go without it for even a day, you know, I would have been devastated. But you know, it's just great to see people's faces when I can say, yeah, I got it fixed. Here it is, looking just like new. Oh, that one doesn't go in yet. This one goes in. We got this other piece right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. Where is the other one at? So those go in. Oh, right. See? I made a mistake here. And I'm going to show you why. I didn't put these screws back in. The charging port down here. I was excited myself about the phone working, because I mean, it's just what I do, get excited. I enjoy this, doing this. I've been doing it for a long time, and it still just brings me joy. So hopefully you can find something that brings you joy and then do it for a living. It's great. Not only can you be your own boss, but run your own business, make your own money, and then do something that you enjoy on top of that. It's magnificent. I wish everyone could do it. And I implore you to try to find the thing that makes you happy in life. And then do it. Do it for a living. Try to find a way to benefit from your happiness. And if you can do that, and try to make your life complete in that way, it would be amazing. And all you have to do is be yourself, do what you like to do, and make money from it. I know, it sounds easy. It's not. It really isn't. I'm not trying to mislead you here. It is not easy to run a business. It's not easy to keep track of inventory. I mean, unless you have something easy that you can do, you know. And I'm not trying to say that a YouTube channel is easy, or skateboarding, or whatever it is that you do. I'm not trying to say it's easy. I'm just trying to say that finding something that makes you happy and then turning it into a business or making profit, it's amazing. I love it. I love my job. I love making people happy. And you know, I'm a jokester. I play pranks, but this is my passion. I absolutely love repairing things, and especially phones, computers. You know, I work on tablets, game consoles. Oh, I just heard my pick hit the ground. Where is it? I dropped it earlier. Now it's just playing with me. There it is. Alright. Sorry about that. Gotta get my picks. Alright. But anyways, where was I? I just love doing this. And it's amazing to have a passion and then turn it into profit. And you know, I enjoy sharing too, so that's why I'm here making these videos, so I can share with you my knowledge, and hopefully you'll share it with someone else. Just in case I touch these cameras, we're gonna clean them off. We're going to stick this back on. Just like that. It doesn't need adhesive. That adhesive is really strong for Samsung phones. Once you put it back on, it doesn't want to come back off. Some Samsung phones do need it though, especially the older ones. But, you know, that does it for this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming and learning with me, and hopefully you can get your S22 Ultra fixed.